Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Spiritual Essence. I thought I'd do a story time in the dark, kind of add to the effect. I've got this tiny little light shining on me, little mini flashlight. So, if you like this sort of effect in my videos, please say so in the comments. In this story time, I'm going to be telling you about something that's actually pretty recent. About an astral ritual that I did to a goddess that not many people might not know about. And I knew about her to some extent, but not really too much. So, a couple weeks ago, I was doing some research on the Greek mythology, and I was doing research on gods that people might not know about because they were minor deities or they probably weren't talked about as much as some of the other well-known Greek gods, as in like Zeus and Hades and other things like that. So I did a ritual to the Greek goddess Tyche. Now I'm going to clarify because I had to clarify it with my coworker when I told him about it. He was like, "Wait, Tiki as in Tiki, as in like Hawaii?" And I said, "No, it's not spelled like that. It's Tyche. Tyche. There's a he at the end. She is the Greek goddess of fortune and luck. She is Lady Luck. Her Roman equivalent is Fortuna. And basically the same goddess, just celebrated by different people. Um, I felt like I was in need of some luck in my life. And because I relate more so to Greek mythology more than most other ones, I was like, okay, let me see if I can't get in contact with this one. Now, there was actually a reason why I chose to do an astral ritual instead of an actual physical ritual to her this time. There was a practical reason. Well, it's because I didn't really know everything that she liked, and I didn't really have a lot of physical things that I thought would match to put on her altar. So in the astral, you can create anything, so I just figured it would be simpler, cheaper. So when I entered the astral realm and I cleansed myself of negativity, I went to my little altar area, and of course I placed coins, drachmi, preferably from the ancient Greek currency. Something I knew she would be definitely familiar with. I did a four-leaf clover because, yeah, it's Irish, but it's good luck, isn't it? Um, and because I didn't really know other things to put on her altar that would symbolize luck, I basically just went with things that I knew any Greek god or goddess would recognize and probably take as an offering. So I placed an amphora of wine. I placed ancient Greek pottery around the altar. I did incense, and I also did a food offering of fruit and olives, food that she definitely would have been familiar with. And I proceeded to also add incense, and things that practically I think any deity would go for. So I proceeded to call to her, and over the altar there was this really bright light, as bright as this. And she dropped down, this woman dropped down from this light. And she was a tall woman. I want to say like 7 feet tall. She was much taller than I was. She was a thin looking woman. I want to say she was in her 30s. She was wearing like an ancient dress. I could tell it was ancient because of the way it was styled, but it was just a plain simple dress, basically. It didn't have any patterns on it or nothing. It wasn't any vibrant color. She had her hair up in a bun, but the strange thing was, so I'm gonna try and do this. So in like the way her face was styled, so she had her hair up in a bun, but two strands of her hair were coming down her cheek and kind of curled at both her cheeks, down both sides of her face, which was definitely something unique that I've never seen before in any other deity that I've seen in the astral. Um, I gotta say, she looked a little more different than I expected her to. They do have depictions of her in ancient Greek pottery. She actually has wings in that depiction, but she didn't have wings when I met her. And that's the thing. Deities will show themselves to you sometimes how you feel you want to view them, or sometimes they'll just surprise you. Um, so I was like, thank you for coming to my altar. And I'm like, pardon me if I don't have something you like, because I wasn't really sure. And she's like, this will be fine. This will be fine. And she then said, pretty bluntly, actually, she said, okay, now that we got that out of the way, what did you call me here for? Woman of business. And I proceeded to tell her that I need some luck and fortune in my life. Um, Maybe something to do with the stocks that I have. Maybe have them grow a little more. Um, Also at work, my review's coming up, so hopefully maybe sway the odds in my favor on that one so I can get a decent raise. And things like that. And she was like, all right, fine. I will try my best to make sure luck goes on your side. She definitely didn't guarantee it. She was like, okay, we'll see. And then she went in front of the altar. She raised her hands above it, and in the same flash of light that she came in, vanished along with all the offerings, which is something that most of the deities that I've contacted in the astral do. They will disappear and take the offerings with them, but at least I know she accepted them. And so therefore it's just a matter of waiting patiently, because you can't expect a deity to just work, immediately. And like I said, she definitely didn't make it seem like a guarantee. And of course, luck is pretty fickle, so she herself would also be so. So that was my encounter with the goddess Tyche. And I do hope to actually have more encounters with these other minor deities. Now, Tyche technically wasn't a minor deity. She was actually known and praised a lot more than most of the minor deities in the Greek pantheon. But she was more of a personification. Like, oh, I hope Lady Luck's on my side. Praise Tyche that I win this bet, or something like that. So, that was my little encounter with Tyche. If you guys have had run-ins with Tyche or contacted her, um, please put down in the comments how it went for you and what did you experience, and did she grant your blessing? All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so you don't miss any of my future videos. Also, check out my Twitter and my Substack, where I have my own spiritual blog. All right, guys. See you later.